Kano Stavros drove out of the Channel as he headed toward Paris. He had rented the vehicle just for this trip, and, with Fallon at his side, he was headed to see DeeDee, a powerful woman of mystery Kano knew from years ago. She was one of the top people at Kingdom Securities, one of Bullard's greatest competitors. Yet Kano had never considered them a competitor at all because Bullard's team was very different, operating in a unique manner, much closer to that of the U.S. legendary security team. DeeDee had a very competitive vibe, and anything other than top of the line wasn't good enough for her. But right now, Kano was on his way to see her, and hopefully to tie together some of these issues and to figure out what was going on. They needed to know who was behind the attacks on Bullard and the others, like Garrett, Ryland, and Kane. Maybe just one of them had been targeted, but all of them may have been because they were part of Bullard's team. What Kano didn't want were these attacks to continue. He wanted to put a stop to them, and he and his team wanted to return to living their lives without having to watch their backs every minute. In their business, trust and security would always be an issue to some degree, but to know that they were actively being targeted and attacked meant they had to deal with aggressive ongoing concerns. "Nobody on the team has been directly attacked for a few weeks," Fallon said quietly, shifting his position in the rented truck they were traveling in. "Feels like our enemies are waiting. But for what? An announcement about Bullard or something else?" "I know. I've been thinking about that," Kano said, "and I don't like it." "Why not?" "I think they're preparing for something much bigger," he murmured. "Pretty damn hard to come up with much bigger than the way they started. Speaking of which, still no word on—" "I know," Kano said, interrupting Fallon before he could say it. "But it's never a good idea to make any assumptions in this case." "I'm not," Fallon said, "but the fact that we've had no news on Bullard is getting everybody down." "I wouldn't put it past that guy to have survived somehow," Kano said. "If anybody could, it would be him." "I agree, but at some point in time," Fallon added quietly, "we all go to the same end." But Kano wasn't ready to talk about such an end. Not him. Not right now. He needs a good life. "And that may or may not happen," Fallon said. "How is Ice holding up?" "She's holding," Fallon said, "though things are harder for her to juggle with a new baby. She's staying in touch with Blatchard, Bullard's half-brother, both helping each other to stay positive. Turk is always there, looking for Bullard too. He's in communication with his brother, Merc, as well." "Doesn't that baby just blow you away?" Kano said. "Whoever thought that Ice would have a family?" "I think it was always something she held dear to her heart," Fallon said, afraid to speak it out loud, to hold out that hope. "And yet, of all the people in this world that I would have said weren't taking such a step, it would have been Ice and Levi," Kano said. "Just goes to show you, we don't know everything, even about the people closest to us," Fallon murmured. And to that, Kano didn't have an answer. He pulled into the heavy traffic, coming out of the Channel, and said, "You know what? With all the things that we've managed to do as a society, like this bloody tunnel underneath the water and going to the moon," he said, "you'd think we'd have more accurate ways to track people." "You mean like Bullard?" Fallon asked. "Like Bullard, like DeeDee, you know? We have satellite, yet it's not enough," he said. "All these rules and regulations stop us from doing what we need to do, and that's frustrating as hell." "You just don't like anybody stopping you from doing something," Fallon said with a chuckle. "Do you blame me?" he asked, giving his buddy a sideways glance. "Hell no, I don't blame you, and I understand it because I have the same tendency to want to blast through all the restrictions. But we don't really have much of an option over here." "No, that's true," Kano said. "At the same time, we want to keep moving our world forward, and that means playing these games that I don't like playing," he snapped. After that, there was silence for 20 minutes as they headed toward their destination. "Did you book a place to stay?" Kano asked. "I did," he said. "Just follow the GPS directions." Fallon nodded to the dash. "No way I'll let that Viper know anything about us," Kano said. "Do you think she's still that deadly?" "Yeah, she's definitely that deadly," Kano said. "She's the one giving Kingdom the bad name."